Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I'm not sure I can tell you. You seem nice enough, but there's a guard with you.
I no longer work for this city, nor this country. You can speak.
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope just like the others. I can't escape alone, as you can see. So, a little help wouldn't be amiss.
Why were you arrested?
He was not arrested for a blood crime. He would not be put on exhibition. However, his accent indicates that he's a foreigner.
In fact, I am of the Duton people, but that's not why I was captured, although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I'm a smuggler, you see. I smuggle illicit goods and people. People like you, actually, from one country to another. It's a bit ironic. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Now, I'm reduced to begging for your help. Ludwig, we don't know each other, but I know your face from the description on all the posters. Please, we're in the same line of work. You know what they have in store for me. Help me get out of here.
You're Wolfgang, aren't you? I thought your face seemed familiar.
It seems that my description is not as good as yours. So, you're not going to leave me to rot in here, are you?
I would like to help this man. I know that our situation is already complicated, but I'd never forgive myself if I just moved on without trying to help.
We'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already choosing which tree they're going to hang me from.
What do you want? If you want to know when the execution will take place, I don't know. I've not yet been informed.
Actually, we'd like to convince you to release him.
You've got a lot of nerve. Freeing Wolfgang the smuggler, when we've been trying to get our hands on him for months. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'd love a bit of a laugh.
You'll have to think hard and fast to make the best arguments to get him out of there.
You said it must be Wolfgang. He's a smuggler, right?
That's right. That's what I said, and that's exactly who he is.
I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. You see, I serve a merchant in the city, and this man is a regular. His name is Odo, and he's from the Free Cities. He trades merchandise between his nation and the Alliance. My master will have it in for you if I tell him you arrested his colleague, mistaking him for a smuggler.
Hold on, you look serious. Good grief. Yeah, he's the spitting image of Wolfgang's portrait. Oh, what a mess. We had to come across a lookalike, didn't we? Well, we don't really have a choice. We'll just have to release him with our apologies.
Indeed. I think that would be for the best.
There you go, you're free. Our apologies for the mistake. But in our defense, you really do look like that Wolfgang fella. If I were you, I'd change my appearance or I'd leave the city.
He's right. You'd better leave as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you've done for me.
Stay off the beaten track, my lad. That's where you tread quietest.
I shall repay your kindness, I promise. Goodbye.
This is the Morsinian embassy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter.
It just so happens that we have a pass to meet with the ambassador.
This document seems to be in order. You may enter.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you.
An islander from Tierfredi. Forgive me, but I must admit I found it hard to believe Zeren's missive. Your people are so poorly represented here in diplomatic affairs. It is a true pleasure to meet you. There's so much I'd like to know about your island. But of course, my questions can wait. I believe you had a pressing matter you wished to discuss with me.
Indeed. We'd like to speak with you about General Kurnas. You should know that he is the reason for our presence here. As he had us abducted by his men, in order to conduct experiments on us. One of our friends died at their hands, so we are direct witnesses to his actions, which furthered our desire to find out more. With the help of our friends from the continent, we investigated and discovered that he was conducting research in a secret laboratory.
A secret laboratory? Here, in Alima?
Yes, in the caves beneath Dr. Asili's abandoned laboratory.
I've heard about this, but I thought they were just rumors.
There, we found a whole group of my people who were kept locked up in cages to serve as guinea pigs for experiments. Death awaited them all.
What you're telling me is awful. But what sort of experiments could he be doing? Kernaz is a general, not a scientist.
We recovered research notes and had them translated and summarized by other scholars. Look, you can see for yourself.
It's abominable. What absurd reason could have inspired him to take on this horrific project? I know our relations with the chiefs on your island can sometimes be challenging, but that's no reason to eliminate an entire people.
Apparently, he hopes to win enough popularity to be crowned emperor. But Zeren could probably tell you more about that.
I'd heard of this imperialist faction, but I admit I didn't pay much mind to it. What madness! An empire! Morsinia and Thraxis would never agree to such a thing. The only thing they would do is precipitate the breakup of the Alliance. Rest assured that I will share these documents with the Al-Sad Assembly, and I have no doubt that they will be just as horrified as I am. However, I strongly recommend that you also take action as well. The Assembly is powerful, but it is slow to act. You will have to do everything in your power to keep your people from being contaminated before the Assembly begins to move.
Thank you for your counsel and your support.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
I know I had nothing to do with it, but I'm sorry for what's happening to your people. What we discovered in this lab, what these so-called scientists are preparing, it's horrible.
I wanted to tell you that what we discovered in that laboratory disgusts me, just as much as it does you. Using a disease to decimate an entire people is despicable. It is unworthy of a general, and even more so of a nation.
These Renoixe who think they are wise are but murderers, monsters with no conscience. How can they imagine that eradicating an entire people by making them sick is normal?
I sometimes wonder if our role as Donegada still makes sense here. You, who are always so committed to our duties. What do you think?
How can we not doubt? We have been thrown so far from the earth to which we are bound, but I believe that our duty to our people is still important. Look at what we discovered in this lab. Thanks to this discovery, we can intervene before our people suffer. It's a continuation of what we've learned, don't you think?
I know that what we are doing for our people is important. But I miss the connection to our island. Not hearing her singing anymore, not smelling her perfume. It has left a void in me.
How I understand you. Sometimes I awake, and her absence paralyzes me with fear. I didn't think you felt this kind of thing too. But I should have known better. We are so different, and so similar at the same time, you and I.
Good boy, Nilan.
Good boy, Korans.
There is no doubt that the Guardian was here, but it was attacked and apparently captured by Kurnaz's men. If the letters on those corpses are anything to go by.
I wonder what they're planning to do with it. It all sounds very grim to me. Let's head for the orchard. I seem to remember that there's a cave entrance nearby.
Stop! This orchard has been requisitioned. No one may enter. You better get back to the village or wherever you came from.
Could we perhaps offer you something to look the other way for a minute?
You think you're funny or something? We've got orders. No one is to enter this orchard. Now beat it.
Enough standing around chattering like tetras. Let's fight our way through. Though, if you want to avoid fighting, let's go around them.
I see. I guess we'll be leaving then.
And don't come back!
There. You're free.
Thank you. I thought we were going to die trapped in that cave.
Wait a minute. I know who you are. You turned up at the camp the day before the Alliance attacked.
We did. And we were there when Laden bound herself to the land and turned herself into a guardian.
I remember that. You even tried to fight her to hold her back. You were very brave, but the soldiers captured us while you were leading her away. Since then, they've done nothing but mistreat us and interrogate us to try to understand what happened.
They even tortured Adenegad. She eventually broke and told them about the bonding ritual. After more experiments, they took her away with them. We don't know what happened to her after that.
That's awful. Thank you for telling us. Now you should get to safety. Don't stay here.
I know a place we can hide. Before we joined Laden and the others, I had found a cave further north. You have our heartfelt gratitude for freeing us. May the earth carry you always.
I don't believe it. Rather than being terrified or frightened by the transformation they experienced, they just saw it as a weapon of war. And now they want to force our people to perform the ritual again so they can use it against their enemies. And of course, my people will be blamed for this.
We have to stop them from putting their insane plan into action. My country and my people are in danger. I don't have any political influence, but if we take this evidence to the Imperial Embassy in Peren, they might be able to do something.
Your Excellence.
How exotic. An envoy of Tir Fredi. This is quite the novelty. Are you a dignitary from your island, or have you come with a message from a local noble?
I suppose one might say that I am an envoy of Tir Fredi, milady. And I'm here to speak with you about a very important matter. We have proof that the General Gurnaz, a commanding officer of the Bridge Alliance, is preparing a brutal attack against your country.
Alas, that is nothing new. The Bridge has been attacking us for centuries. But you might not have been aware of that.
We are aware of the war between your two nations, but this time the situation is very different. This general seeks glory for himself rather than his nation. And he plans on using unconventional means to obtain his goal. He hopes to use giant creatures that we call guardians, beasts invoked from the rituals of our traditions. He will release them to attack you. He plans on blaming my people, but also the congregation. These horrible attacks will originate from your country by his hand.
Giant creatures? Are you certain you have all of your wits about you?
We can prove what we are saying. We have documents that we took from a laboratory operated by men under orders of this general. And if it is the very existence of these creatures that you doubt, we also have in our possession one of their heads. It is on our ship. You can come and see it yourself if you so desire, or send someone you trust.
You seem very sure of yourself. You have given me pause, sir. I'm going to send someone from the embassy immediately to verify what you've told me. Let's assume that you are telling the truth about these monsters. You also spoke about some documents.
Here they are.
Thank you. Please, allow me a moment to inspect them all. This entire story seems like the stuff of some fable. But these savants and this General Kernaz are indeed set on attacking us and letting others take the blame. Alas, these documents do not give us the precise location of this attack. Do you have an idea?
As you were able to read, the savants seem to want to use ancient Austrian ruins. It's true that we too need locations that are of historical or natural significance in order to perform the bonding ritual, which here transforms people. But I am not familiar with the border regions, and I don't know if Austrian ruins are to be found there.
There are indeed Austrian ruins all over the place in our country. But if I think about it, one location in particular comes to mind. The Sudwise region, in fact, that people from here have renamed High Prairie when they took it.
I know that region. I go through there often when I trade commercially. I would hate for my caravans to become a victim of collateral damage. Too many people rely on them.
Oh, but you too are from the Empire. And you are a trader? I understand your fears. Do know that this is a region where a great many refugees have fled to make a home, to avoid the civil war. Very well then, I have thought this through. I think the best option would be for me to accompany you. This business is far too important and its impact too far-reaching for you not to be accompanied by someone official. And if we were to wait for the princes of the merchant cities to take action, we would by then have died of old age.
Isn't this quite risky, Your Excellence?
My dear, I was born during a civil war in my country. I know how to defend myself. Or one might say, I am a fast runner. We will rendezvous at High Prairie. I require some time to prepare for the voyage. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about?
What can you tell me about your nation?
The Holy Dutan Empire was once the greatest empire on the continent, almost as great and glorious as the Austrian Empire. Alas, discord arose among the nobility, and our faith was used by the vilest among them to turn their backs on the Emperor. Ever since, the Empire has been plagued by civil war, which has weakened us. Families tear each other apart and clash. Neighbors kill each other. We lost territory to the south, and we were unable to join the other nations that set foot on your island. However, I'm confident that our Emperor shall restore order and the greatness of the Dutan Empire.
What does your role as ambassador here in Peren consist of?
Like any other ambassador, I represent the interests of our nation before the Prince de Vespe. The congregation of merchants and its assembly of small city-states gained prominence on the continent. We would have liked them to show us more support against our enemies in the Alliance, but unfortunately they value their neutrality. My role is therefore to ensure that our economic and diplomatic exchanges are as beneficial to our two nations as possible.
What can you tell me about the war between you and the Bridge Alliance?
We've been at war for centuries now, alas. It began before the Alliance was created. The first battles were waged against Tynea and Thraxis. They eventually joined forces with Morsinia, who betrayed us for ridiculous questions of dogma. Since then, the front is at a stalemate. There were some periods of peace and some outbursts of fighting, without any real progress. But we shall never give up. The Enlightened is with us. We will eventually win.
What are the links between the Dutan Empire and Teleme?
It was in Teleme that San Mateus was born and taught the way of the enlightened, the ways of true faith. His disciples saw the good word and the teaching of magic carried as far as Dutan and converted the emperor. He became the champion of the way of the enlightened and became its most faithful and fervent representative on Gacan. Since that day, our two nations have been allies, united in their faith and their interests in the face of the rest of the world.
We were told that it was not possible to travel to your country.
Well, it's indeed not advisable to go there, especially when arriving from this side of the border. Trade is still free with Thélème, but this is no longer the case with our other neighbors. Too much contraband entered by this means, and too many fugitives, frightened by the civil war, left the country. We still trade, of course, but any trade is highly monitored and must be duly validated by the Emperor.
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
Do you have a minute? There's something I would like to talk to you about.
I'm listening.
Do you remember the missionary we saw in town?
The one who called you a traitor. I was wondering when you'd explain why he shouted at you like that.
He's my brother. And he's very angry with me for things I did in the past. Things that got me banished from Thélème. My family also paid for my actions. My brother more than the rest. When we saw him, I wanted to run away, but I'd like to go back and speak with him. And I'd like you to come with me, if you don't mind. I feel like I'd be brave enough to face him with you by my side. What do you say?
I'd be happy to come.
Thank you. You don't know how much that means to me. He's probably staying in the missionary's guest house in the city. That's where we will have the best chance of finding him. Let's go, before my courage runs out.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for helping me out. But I see Fausta is still with you.
Gregorius, please. I know you're angry with me, but it's been ages. I'm not the same person I was when I was forced to leave Thélème.
You might have changed, but we're still paying for what you did. Sowing chaos and causing a woman's death wasn't enough for you, no! On top of that, you had to go and take refuge in Olima. Olima! The city of our enemies, the people who have sworn to destroy us! Did you think we wouldn't find out about your betrayal? That we wouldn't be the ones to pay for it?
I didn't betray you. I just wanted to find a place that would take me.
You could have come here, or gone to any other city in the congregation. Everyone in Thélème thinks you're a traitor. And I'll always be the brother of the girl who sided with the enemy. I could have done great things. The Enlightened gave me so many gifts that could have given me an important place in Thélème. But look at me now. I'm no more than a lowly missionary at the bottom rung of the ladder. All I'm good for is raising money for charitable works.
I'm sorry, Gregorius, truly I am. Please, let me do something to try to make up for it.
I don't see what you could possibly do. Unless your betrayal gave you the means to finance a refugee aid mission.
I'm not rich, if that's what you're asking, but that doesn't mean I can't help. I know people in high places.
Right. Go on. Make more promises you'll just end up breaking. I don't have time for that, Fausta. I've got to go. If I don't raise enough money, our mission will fail, and I'll be the one who's held responsible yet again. Goodbye. Thanks for helping me, but I'd just as soon not see you again as long as you're hanging around with this woman.
Well, I had expected it to go poorly, but not that poorly. Thank you for coming with me. But now I have another favor to ask of you. I need to help my brother finance his mission. I doubt he'll ever really forgive me, but maybe he'll hate me a little less. Only a very wealthy patron could give him the money he needs, and I can't think of anyone.
Making the nobles cough up money to help the refugees in the Dutton would be fantastic, but I'm not sure it's realistic.
The Father Cardinal might have some advice or a name.
My children, it's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
Do you have any idea who might be willing to finance the missionaries?
We're trying to help my brother, Gregorius.
I was just about to send you a message telling you he's in Peren. And from your request, I deduce you've already seen him. How is he?
He hates me as much as ever, but other than that, he's well. However, he's been asked to find a way to finance a mission to help the refugees in Dutton, and he seems to be having a hard time of it.
And you hope to win back his affection by helping him find the money he needs. I hope it works. There is no greater tragedy than families torn apart.
Forgive me for asking, but who are these missionaries exactly?
It's a valid question. You've come from so far away. The missionaries are a religious order in Thélème. It is a hierarchical group that has chosen to live by shared guiding principles. I will spare you the tedious details. But you should know they make a vow to always do good and to live a life of charity, and to spread the word of Saint Matthias and the enlightened everywhere they go, of course. It is a mendicant order that travels and evangelizes. Most of its members are poor and live wherever they feel called to do good. The highest-ranking members of the order are often ambassadors like me.
Are you a missionary?
No, I am not a member of their order, though I admire them and respect their commitments.
Do you know who might be able to finance a mission like this? Yourself, perhaps?
Unfortunately, the means at my disposal are not intended to be used to finance missionary work. And most of the rich nobles in this city are not much interested in charitable works. But if you can't count on charity, you can probably use greed to your advantage, as surprising as that may sound.
You seem to be thinking of someone in particular.
Indeed. I know of a collector named Mr. Larocque. He is very wealthy and would certainly agree to finance a mission if he stands to gain something from it. Unfortunately, he is extremely arrogant and has a butler who guards the entrance to his home like that of a prince. He will only allow you to enter if you have a recommendation letter. And before you ask, a recommendation letter from me would be of no use. I had the unpleasant experience of remarking to Larocque how misplaced his pride was, and he has never wanted to have anything to do with me since. You should go and see your friend's uncle, or a representative of the Dorsays, if you want him to see you. Although there must be some way to get round the hound he's got guarding his door, by some means or another.
Since we're on good terms with the De Vesps, we should go see them, right?
Thank you for your help, Father Cardinal.
You're welcome, but be careful. I worry the sly old fox may ask too high a price in return.
We shall leave, Your Excellency.
May the enlightened watch over you, my children.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but the Master receives neither peddlers nor solicitors. And unless you have a recommendation from someone of importance, you'd better go knock on someone else's door.
As you may know, my people have a special gift for finding treasure.
So I've heard. But I thought it was just some folk tale.
It's not. Given your master's interest in ancient objects, we've come to offer him our services.
People like you usually enter through the back door. But since you're here, come in.
Mr. Larocque, we are honored to make your acquaintance.
Yes, I imagine so. I didn't know that savages from Tir Fredie could be so eloquent. What a pity. I would have liked a pinch of exoticism. Well, did you want to speak to me about something?
We have come to ask for your help in financing an initiative by a group of missionaries who wish to help refugees.
Is that so?
My brother, a missionary from Thélème, is raising funds for this noble cause. We are trying to help.
And you came to me because I am known for my generosity towards charitable organizations?
Not exactly.
I never give a thing. But you seem enterprising and able to fend for yourselves, and I do sometimes pay for services. I suppose I could agree to finance your rather pathetic endeavor. If you agree to work for me.
We were expecting something like that.
I see we understand one another.
What exactly do you want us to do?
Buried beneath the city are the ruins of an ancient temple, which contains a secret chamber that has never been plundered. All the seals are still in place. According to ancient writings I have had translated, it is said to have once housed the most esteemed sacred vase of the Astrian era. A marvelous object, made entirely of gold and ivory, and decorated with mythical scenes. I have longed to acquire it for many years. The vase must be mine. Mine, and no one else's.
I see. And how does one enter the temple in question?
Well, would you believe that I had a passage built from my home to the underground tunnels that conceal it? So it should be a walk in the park.
If that was true, you'd have the vase already. What aren't you telling us?
Nothing. Except, of course, that the underground tunnels are rife with pillagers and assassins. And that if the secret room is still sealed shut, it's for good reason. The door leading to it is protected by a device that none of my previous envoys have managed to crack.
If we deliver what you want, you promise to finance the entire mission we have been discussing.
That's right. I'll even sign a document pledging to finance it down to the last penny. Of course, if you consider the task I have asked of you to be beyond your capabilities, I could perhaps still offer partial financial support to your charitable cause.
Really?
Certainly. If you give me your islander servant. They've become very fashionable.
Linquid me maradie. Forvar det.
Forir es anke nam da danida oredisa es la doigamen bochtanilan. Sagen vertu med casin.
I think it's best if we keep to your initial proposal, Mr. Larocque. Do you have any other information that could help us find your vase?
No. I just hope you're familiar with Astrian culture. According to someone I sent previously, the key to opening the door is based on certain symbols that were very important at that time. Now, if you have no other questions, please follow me. There.
You hid the entrance to the tunnels behind this bookcase.
Absolutely. You just pull on this book to make it swivel open.
Forgive my curiosity, but why did you have this entrance built? What purpose could it possibly serve?
My collection didn't grow all by itself. From time to time, I have visitors of questionable repute, so I let them in through here. But you'd better be going. Bring me my vase, and your brother will be able to help all the refugees he wants.
Let's go.
We must be in the right place. Mr. Larocque really built this tunnel to get as close as possible to the object of his desires.
Now we just have to open this door to get to the temple and the secret room.
Does anyone recognize the symbols the man mentioned up there? He said they were the key.
Look up above the door. Those look like engravings. The engravings above this door are badly damaged. I can't make them all out. Do you know enough about the ancient civilization to guess what's missing?
No. Unfortunately, I didn't study ancient civilizations.
Then let's look around this room. Maybe something will turn up.
What have we here? Look where our friends have just been. Seems like they must have managed to find their way into the infamous secret room. Which means they must have found the trinket that madman wanted to buy at any price. Sorry, friends, but we can't let you leave with that. These tunnels are our territory, after all.
Fabulous, there they are. Now you'll be able to stop pacing about.
Fausta? What's this all about? What have you done?
You'll find out soon enough.
As I've been telling you. I surmise from your triumphant look that you found my vase. Am I right?
We found it.
I knew you would. I had such confidence in your abilities that I brought the young lady's brother here. Now, we can sign that contract without wasting any more time. Did everything go well?
Apart from the fact that your desire for this artifact is so well known that we had looters waiting for us as we left the chamber. They were hoping to take it off our dead bodies. No doubt to turn around and sell it to you.
It's true that I made no secret of my interest in this marvel. I had hoped that some healthy competition would encourage all the treasure hunters to fight to get it for me. But I did warn you that the tunnels were dangerous, so I don't really see what the issue is. If I had the slightest doubt about your abilities, or worse still, if I had organized this attack, do you really think I would have sent for your brother?
No, indeed.
Well, let's get back to the matter at hand. I had my legal counsel prepare a fairly standard contract for financing charitable work. If you would kindly hand over my precious vase, I will sign it along with your brother, and that will be that.
Fausta?
Give it to him. Gregorius's mission is far more important.
Here you are.
At last. As you can see, your sister and her friends have brought back this delightful work of art in exchange for my support. Please, sign this contract as I have, and you will have sufficient funds to feed as many refugees as you like.
This is rather unexpected.
I wanted to help you, Gregorius. I know it can't make up for what I did, but at least it will help your current situation a bit.
How touching. Now, if you would kindly hurry up, my good missionary. We haven't got all day.
There you are.
Take a copy. I've arranged for my servant to prepare the first installment for you. Now, please leave. I want to admire my treasure in private.
I hope your superiors will finally recognize your talent, now that your mission has been accomplished.
They won't believe their eyes. This contract is a divine gift, Fausta. I don't imagine for 1 second that this can make up for what you did to us. But I am grateful for it. Very grateful. I was in an impossible situation. They'd given me this assignment because nobody thought it was possible. Their aim was obviously to humiliate me and belittle me yet again. But you fixed that in the blink of an eye. And you took risks to find the artifact that man was after, if I've understood right. So yes, I'm very grateful. I'll tell Mother I saw you and that you helped me. She's been heartbroken ever since you were banished. She will be happy to hear you're well. I'm going to go inform my superiors. Thank you, Fausta, and thank your friends as well. Take care of yourself.
You too, Gregorius. Thank you so much for allowing me to help my brother. I still have a long way to go before he forgets what he went through because of me, but at least he stopped hating me.
See you later.
It's my pleasure.
This general has a few screws loose. How could he believe that he'd be able to capture that monster and try to make others? I can only imagine what a creature like that could do if it landed in one of our villages.
Forgive my curiosity, but why did you stay with us? You had the chance to return to your friends, your country, and yet you're here.
As you know, the giant monster matter was worrying me, and rightly so. I had a feeling it wouldn't end there. But after what we discovered, it seemed logical to see it through with you. I must still be an altruist at heart. My disgust with the world has not yet changed that. Unless it's just that I enjoy your company.
It's mutual. I'm glad you stayed with us.
We make a good team, don't we? It would be a shame to jump ship now.
Ah, there you are. I hope you've had safe travels.
Yes, thank you. I see that you have come with your escort.
They have accompanied me this far, but they will wait for me here. No need to bring the entire troop and this carriage. We are only here to see if the Alliance is up to something in these ruins, not to lead an assault.
As you wish. You know the region and its dangers better than we do.
That's true. Should we be going?
Yes, let's go. Your men have all fallen. You are all that remains.
You are cowards and traitors. This dastardly ambush is well worthy of Carminists. Speak. Who are you, and how did you learn that we were coming to the region?
I have nothing to say to you. But to these folk, on the other hand, I understand why you have killed my men. We attacked you without knowing who you were. But it seems obvious that you are not Mateists, nor are you men from the embassy. As such, I present my apologies. We are fighting for our faith, to overthrow a corrupted empire that hides behind its magic and is fed by handouts from Thélème. We are not your enemies. You have found yourself in the middle of a conflict that is not your own. You have business with the ambassador. So be it. But allow me to take my leave.
The ambassador asked you a question. Answer.
Who informed you that we'd be coming here?
May the demons take you. I will say nothing more.
Wait. Something isn't right. I feel a tremor.
I have a bad feeling. Something very big is coming.
What is it?
The leader of those Carminist traitors took advantage of the chaos to flee before we could question him. May the Enlightened protect us. What was that thing?
A guardian. One of those giant creatures we told you about. But this one was very different from the one we fought in Esquiara.
So General Kernaz did manage to create one of these beasts. Fortunately, you have ensured that it will never attack Dutton. You have shown great bravery.
We didn't really have a choice. What puzzles me is the nature of this guardian. It looked like those we have on our island, but a corrupt, tainted version. The Nadaig on this continent are very strange, and don't seem to behave the way ours do.
You're right. It looked much like a Nadaig Glendaman. But we're a long way from the coast.
At home, the link is with the place, but maybe it's different here. Could it have something to do with the character of the person who is transformed?
Maybe. Perhaps the Donegat who was forced to link herself felt too much yearning for our shores.
I heard about this kind of beast on your island. I never thought I'd see one here.
After an encounter like that, I can only concur with your opinion that this General's experiments are dangerous.
We need to find out where exactly this guardian came from, and make sure that the scientists don't create any more.
I'm going to go and get my escort. We're going to need reinforcements. I can't risk another ambush, or having to face another one of these beasts alone. The ruins are close by, and you are welcome to explore them if you like. But please be careful.
We'll try to avoid being seen. Let's go while the trail is still clearly visible. This document is signed by Zahid. I can recognize her stink. She is the one that caused us problems in Yuxantis. So she is now on congregation soil, still conspiring against us and others, doing the General's bidding.
Malachor, take the witch. I would love to meet her face to face, blades unsheathed.
We can bring her down. These documents will do the job.
Sluntire, adierne magoleja vognindent.
The ambassador will carry more weight if she takes care of this. Let's let her do her duty. All dead. This is a veritable massacre. No doubt, given the nature of their wounds, the Guardian must have done this. They came in numbers, but its power and rage must have taken them by surprise. Some of them weren't even armed.
Excuse me if I shed no tears for these people. They not only tortured our own, but they wanted to accuse us of their crimes.
If you hadn't welcomed me on your ship, I would be as dead as they are. I'd have never understood what I was fighting against.
May the earth welcome you, despite all that you have done to us. It's fortunate that we were able to get a hold of these documents. It summarizes all the research carried out by Gurnaz's henchmen on the Guardians. They include not only the notes on the experiments and their scientific theories, but the transcriptions of their interrogations. They start in the caverns of Eschiara and continue here with their experiments to reproduce the ritual. They were disappointed in the results. The Nardoig that they created was less impressive than the one they had dissected. Moreover, despite their efforts, they were unable to control it. They were hoping to train it, like one of their war dogs.
Does this document give us their victims' names? We must inform their kin about what has happened.
No, but you know how they consider us. We are nothing but savages to them, just slightly more important than animals.
And so we were forced to kill one of our own. And we will never know who was forced to bond themselves to Gakan.
At least they were able to put an end to these experiments. Without these documents, and with the savants dead, Gurnaz will be forced to abandon this pursuit.
I hope so.
I'm sorry we didn't wait for you. We wanted to learn about the Alliance's research as quickly as possible.
I can understand that. What did you find?
There was a camp here, as we suspected. But it was destroyed along with all its occupants by the Guardian we fought. There are no survivors. Many of them were taken by surprise. They must not have expected the Nardoig to escape their control.
What a waste! But if they were taken by surprise, they must not have had time to destroy or carry away the evidence of their research.
That's right. We found a number of documents they left behind. Without them, it will be hard for them to repeat the experiment. Here, this describes not only what they did to my people, but also their aims, as well as everything they learned or thought they had learned about our Guardians. Without these documents, and with the death of all the scientists involved, there's little chance of their experiment succeeding again.
That's excellent news.
We also found other documents that specifically named the person who instigated all this in the region. Look. Her name is Zahid, and she's one of Gurnaz's closest associates. We've already had to contend with her in Yuxantis, unfortunately.
I've heard of her. She's officially an Alliance diplomat who arrived in Peren a short time ago.
We suspect that she is also involved in matters concerning Teleme. If you are in contact with Father Cardinal Pius, you should tell him about this. He will be very interested to hear about it.
I know him well. I'll speak to him about it. Thanks to this signed document, as well as the other evidence you've given me, I'll be able to make our case to Prince de Vespe. Zahid and her ilk will have to answer to him. And as you know, the prince is not known for his leniency. I trust you weren't planning to settle your scores with her yourself.
This woman had our friend locked up and hoped to see us hanged for a crime we didn't commit. We managed to get justice, but here she is again, orchestrating the torture of our people to create chaos and war. You can use diplomatic channels all you like. But if we run into her, I won't hesitate to put an end to her.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That Zahid deserves to die.
I understand your anger, but believe me, it's better to save it for battles you can win. This fight will only hurt you. Let me handle it with the weapons I have at my disposal.
All right then. I trust you.
Well, if you don't need me anymore, I'll be on my way. Come and see me again in a few days. I'm sure I'll have some news to share.
Safe travels, Ambassador.
You're back? What do you want?
Were you able to present the evidence we gave you to the Prince de Vespe? What did he think?
I have indeed informed him of what was going on, and I have also sent a message to the Emperor himself. He was very impressed by your courage and sends you his thanks for saving our nation from this devious attack. As for the prince, he was extremely interested in the documents I showed him, especially those regarding Zahid. The Alliance ambassador has been summoned, and Zahid will no doubt be banished in the next few days.
It's another blow for Gurnaz. I hope he won't soon forgive her her failure.
I don't think you'll be seeing her anytime soon. The prince has also assured me that he will send scouts to the other ruins near the borders to make sure that nothing happens there. I've obviously told him about your pivotal role in this matter, for which he is grateful.
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
I can't believe that arrogant Kurnaz had the impudence to conduct his little experiments in High Prairie, on our land. If that wretch thinks that our neutrality will prevent us from retaliating, he is sorely mistaken, I assure you.
Yes? Did you want to talk to us?
I'm so sorry, Mom.
You see, my scatterbrained maid. How dare you speak over me? You deserve a good whipping, wretch.
Hold me back or I'll strangle her.
Madam, we're right here. Maybe you could put off your household disputes.
Indeed. Please forgive my outburst. You see, this scatterbrained little fool managed to lose one of my most precious jewels.
How did it happen?
I asked her to take my necklace to one of the neighborhood's goldsmiths to get it cleaned. But this imbecile managed to lose it, here, at the market. I despair of finding it.
And? Why did you call on us? Do you think we're your servants too?
You? No, of course not. That wouldn't make any sense. But I see that you have some Tier 4D islanders in your service. And I've heard they have a gift.
Essa sketem dilondig odiven. Essa renoikse kair ole mer.
Adaima meskarir yori reident anelan. All right, I can try, but I'm going to need some information.
How adorable. He speaks our language. You've trained him well. Ask your questions. I'll try to answer them as simply as possible, so that you understand.
Can you describe your necklace?
It's a beautiful platinum necklace adorned with sapphires. It's silver with blue gemstones. It's of great value and has been in my family for generations. I wear it almost all the time, but obviously today I didn't, as I had sent it off to be cleaned.
Can your maid tell us where she thinks she lost the necklace exactly?
Well, come on, you little fool. Don't be intimidated because he's a savage. Speak! He won't eat you!
It isn't that. It's that... Oh, alas, I don't know any more than what I already told you. I know I had the necklace on when I got to the market because I checked at the time. Then I slipped it into a handkerchief to protect it and made my other purchases. When I got to the goldsmith's, I looked in my handkerchief and the necklace had disappeared. But I don't know when or where I lost it.
Ugh, you fool. It's scarcely believable.
Thank you. At least we're sure the necklace was lost here. Thank you. We'll start our search.
That's right. Use your islander magic and bring back my necklace. Go on. I'm very busy. I've been invited to a party, and I can't afford to be late. So, did you manage to work your magic? Have you finally found my necklace?
Yes, we found it.
Oh, at last. Oh, you took your time. Well, I'm waiting. Give it back.
Here it is.
It's a little dirty, but it's not broken. I appreciate your honesty, and I will never again question the gift with which you savages are endowed. I must go to the party now, but rest assured that I will tell all my friends about you. You're very brave. Come on, Mikhail, let's hurry.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your help.
I'm happy to see you again.
The pleasure is ours, Your Excellence. Where is Zeren? Should we wait for her?
I'm sure she'll be here soon. How have you been?
Busy. We sail for Tirfradi soon.
Indeed. Wonderful. What did I miss while I was in Al-Sad?
When the general attacked Esquiara, a sage performed the protection ritual. She turned into a giant creature. We called them guardians. We discovered what had become of her. She'd been captured, taken to a secret cave.
Intriguing.
The general had his scientists cut her apart to study her. The people we freed told us scientists had been torturing a prisoner.
How abhorrent. Do you know what they planned?
They took her to a place near the border between the congregation and Dutton. She was to attack the Empire. My people and the congregation would be blamed.
By Her Majesty's grace.
We killed the Guardian. Their camp was destroyed.
The Imperial Ambassador was with us. She saw it all.
If he had succeeded, the continent would have been plunged into chaos. Good thing you stopped it. I'll have our informants listen for reports of giant creatures.
We met people in Perrin. Cardinal Pius, Prince de Vesp, the D'Orsay's ambassador.
Be wary of the Father Cardinal. And not just because our countries are at war. He's a dangerous man.
The prince agreed to finance our journey in exchange for a few services.
You must be impatient to see your island again.
How did it go? Did you present our proof of Kornaz's plot to the assembly?
Yes, and they were appalled. But they are still debating the best way to respond. It might be weeks before they take a decision. It could come too late.
You told us as much, so we've prepared an expedition to warn them.
That won't be enough. You must also take an inoculation to them, to keep them from falling ill. I've spoken with the researchers at the university about this treatment.
The treatment we got on the ship? Why, we lived, but Shader died.
Precisely. The doctors on the continent have a remedy that makes it harmless. Go see Helise. She has everything you'll need to treat your people.
Thank you, Your Excellence. We should get going.
My, time seems to fly when speaking with you. I'm a bit concerned that Zeren still isn't here.
Do you think she's in trouble?
That is a possibility.
Thank you. They nearly killed me.
I'm relieved to see you are well, Zeren. Please, come inside. We have matters to discuss.
Hold on a second. One of these mercenaries was careless enough to carry his orders with him.
Let me see that. Indeed. There appears to be a price on your head, my dear Lady Zeren. Someone knew we were to meet in secret.
That's impossible. How could anyone have known about this?
I took the utmost precaution in regards to this meeting. Not even the embassy was aware of it.
This altercation is sure to draw unwanted attention. If someone wants me dead, it's too risky for me to stay here. I'm very sorry, but I have to go. I'll try to get to the bottom of this.
I understand. I also would like to know where this contract came from. Goodbye, my lady. I believe now is a good time to bid you farewell also. Thank you for coming, my friends. Now, I must get back to my work.
It was nice to speak with you, Sir Francis, as always. May the winds ever guard you. Hello.
Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
Sir Francis told us you could help us take a remedy for smallpox back to our people on Tirfradi to protect them from Kornaz's plan.
Yes, he spoke to me. I've prepared a batch of vaccine samples you can replicate and use to inoculate your people. The university has agreed to allow me to teach you how.
Will this keep our people from dying from this illness?
Yes. If you're able to inoculate enough of the population, your people will be able to fight off the infection. You'll need to teach others how to perform the technique I'm going to teach you. And you must ensure that your people accept this remedy.
I'm sure we'll be able to. This remedy isn't that different from some of our rituals. They'll accept it.
Come, I'll show you how it's done. I'm impressed. You really seem to have mastered the technique. You'll have no trouble teaching others how to perform these inoculations.
It's not really that different from the remedies our people use. The only thing that changes is the tools that are employed.
That's right. I'd almost forgotten you're a healer yourself. In any case, have no fear. I'll have the vaccine samples delivered to your ship as soon as possible.
Thank you, Alice, from the bottom of my heart. You're living proof that not all Renoixe are bad. We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back anytime you need help.
Hello. Are you the person who was to join us on our trip to Tir Fredi?
Indeed. I shall be in charge of the goods on your ship, and selling them once we arrive on your island. The Prince de Vespe made sure that we had all the necessary authorizations and funding. We can leave as soon as you are ready. Remember, the trip is very long. I suggest you finish any business you may have here before leaving.
We're ready to set sail.
In that case, let's get to the port as soon as possible.
What is it, Nilan? I thought you would be happy to return to Tir Fredi.
I must leave you here. You know that I would like to see our island again. But you've seen the tragic situation our people are confronted with in these lands. I must stay here with them.
Would you like us to remain here a little longer?
No, and you know that's not possible. Your mission cannot be delayed any longer. You must warn our people of the lurking danger. Go, bring this vaccine to the Tiarna and our chief. We shall meet again, if the winds are in our favor.
Wa'awul seg, Nilan.